Here's one last example looking at the difference of proportion, and this study is looking at whether having a vested observer has an impact on whether you beat a threshold. So over here, subjects were given time to practice playing a video game that required them to navigate an obstacle course. Then they were told to play the game one last time, and we actually had a random assignment to two different groups. One group, Group A, was told that the participant and the observer would each win $3 if the participant beat the threshold, and the other group was just told that they would win a prize if the threshold was beaten. So this is what we mean by having a vested observer. So what do you think? Will you do better if you have to share the prize, or will you do better if you get to keep the money by yourself? Well, most likely, most people would say you're probably going to do better if you don't have to share. So you're going to do worse or maybe the same if you have to share on the prize. All right, so Group A had where the observer shares the prize, and Group B had the no observer. We think that the no observer group is going to do better, meaning they have a higher percentage of people who beat the threshold, and that corresponds to the numbers we have over here, because we have 3 in our first group. We're going to call it X1. These are the successes in our observer shares the prize group, and then over here we have X2 is the number of successes in our second group. Here's our total sample size for Group 1 and sample size for Group 2. So we have 3 out of 12 people who beat the threshold where there was a vested interest, and then in our second group we had 8 out of 12. Definitely looks like there's a difference between these two groups over here. Now we're going to identify the explanatory and response variable. Well, we have two variables. One is whether the observer shares the prize or not. So whether there's a vested interest or not. The other one is whether the person beat the threshold or not. Our explanatory variable is the vested interest, or whether observers shared the prize. Shared prize. And over here, this is a categorical variable. And then our response variable would be whether the person beat the threshold. And that's again, yes or no answer, so another categorical variable over here. So both of those are categorical. If we did a graph, we would just do a stacked bar chart. We have our two groups over here. The first group we had 3 out of 12. The second one we had 8 out of 12. And then we can compare those two proportions. Is this an observational study or an experiment? Well, we actually randomly assign people to two groups. That usually is an experiment. And so what's the treatment? Well, the treatment is whether they have a vested observer or not. So that is considered an experimental study. We're not just observing, we're actually trying to manipulate the outcome by the fact that we have, sometimes an observer that with a vested interest, and sometimes we don't. So that makes it an experiment. And random assignment is always part of an experimental design. Well, it's in a good experiment we should have random assignment, let's say it that way. So are these results evidence of what the researchers were hoping to prove? Well, let's do the entire hypothesis test and check. Definitely it looks like the proportions are different. We could calculate both of these proportions. So we have in the first group 3 out of 12, which is 1/4 or 0.25. And in our second group we have 8 out of 12. which is 2/3, and that's about 0.67 if we round it to 2 decimals. So definitely looks like there's a pretty big difference between these two groups. And so let's check. Let's go over to StatCrunch and enter in our successes and our sample sizes. All right, looking at proportion stats to sample with summary over here, putting in our number of successes, 3 out of 12, and our second group we have 8 out of 12. Just a little comment real quick. When we're checking conditions, we really want to have at least 10 successes. So this is definitely a small study and wouldn't meet those requirements, as really was the yawning study also was a small sample size. So that's always something to keep in mind when you're doing hypothesis test or confidence interval. Over here we wanted to see if the first sample had a lower proportion than the second sample. We can see that here from our numbers as well. So it's P1 minus P2 is less than 0. And calculating that test statistic and p-value, we have a test statistic of -2.05 and a p-value of 0.0203. Definitely looks like there's a difference between those two proportions. We do have statistically significant results. We have a test statistic that is unusual and a p-value that's very small. So our test statistic was -2.05. Our p-value was 0.0203, which is less than our 5% significance level, which is our most common significance level over here. So we are going to reject the null, which means that yes, at the 5% significance level, we do have sufficient evidence that having a vested observer makes it less likely to beat that threshold.